can tell there, but basically it's all him. So you can get a big, huge crowd scene. You know, a whole crowd scene that might take, you know, ILM millions of dollars, you know, if you wanted that shot in your film, or, you know, they'll tell you, you know, so you're looking at, okay, I want an army, I want a group of children, I want a crowd scene. Here's this guy doing it with his basic camera and just putting it on a wheel cart, and then with a bunch of green screens. And the cool thing is that now we have podcasts that teach you how to do things. We have tutorials, endless tutorials. We have Linda, we have tutors.com, we have, what is it called? Digital Tutors, I'm sorry, digitaltutors.com, lynda.com, and all these places, CG Society, and just people sharing information. Here in the Bay Area, there's actually groups that actually meet together, a bunch of geeks and artists that just sit together and help each other, you know, work on this stuff. It's called Bridge here in San Francisco. There's another one called the Pixel Core, Alex Lindsay, and he does stuff like even international. He sends people to Africa and just sets up cameras and then leaves it there, just tells the people to just film, and then he gets all this footage that he ends up, you know, distributing to TV channels and stuff like that. And he has his own place here on Market Street, and Market and 3rd. It's called Pixel Core, and it's LX, like, you know, ILM people, X DreamWorks, and they just want to work on their own films. You know, I worked at Electronic Arts. We did, you know, Lord of the Ring and The Godfather and all these things, and I try to avoid all these war games and shoot 'em up kind of games. So I meet a lot of these artists that would love to, you know, work on their stuff. So I end up helping them. They end up helping me. They end up calling me like, "Hey, Mohammed, I need this shot. Can you help me?" I was like, "Yeah," because we all love what we do. And this is kind of the key, is that the technology is out there. The good news is that you can do stuff like that. Here's another shot where he actually freezes time. And not only that, he actually comes in and manipulates it. Again, it's just genius. I'll try to blow that up and see if we can actually load it. I'll give it a second. 3, 2, 1. Probably through the loading buffer. Okay. Probably a bad idea. Oh yeah, there we go. Thank you. So enjoying nature, and then he encounters some hunters.
Whoa, time out! Man, I'm getting stupid.
So remember, all these things are done in his own computer, his own software, his own cameras. Very indie effects. And there we go. So they keep them still, they get all the effects. Very simple, very simple. And guess what? He has another channel on YouTube. It's called the Film School. He actually teaches you how to do all these tricks from your own home using regular materials.
What's his YouTube channel, please?
It's called Frederick. No, what's his name? I forgot his name. Where is it? His name is Freddy. Yeah, and I wanted to show. Yeah, I'll get this exactly.
Freddy.com?
Yeah. Freddy. I'll get it in a second. I'm subscribing to him, but yeah. Freddy. This is really quick. I'm going to show you this. Everything, all the effects that you can do. If you want to do flowers kind of blooming, all the, you know, the dream comes true kind of stuff, you can actually do that stuff as well.
What's the software that you use?
He uses everything from Final Cut Pro to After Effects to Maya, Cinema 4D. Cinema 4D is awesome. Anyway, you can see everything, time lapse, 360, all the effects that you think that is impossible to do is going to take you a long time, and you go on the internet like no way you can do it, guess what, you can do it. And it's just about tapping into these artists. And then again, you don't have to, a lot of people like worry, oh, do I have to buy all these machines? Do I have to buy all these softwares? Well, guess what? There's something called cloud computing. And if you don't know about cloud computing, you don't have to take in charge of anything. Check this out.
Streamline your business and drive sales through the roof.
Oops. Yeah.
You have big ideas to streamline your business and drive sales through the roof. But to get there, your ideas need business apps. And business apps have always been too expensive, especially in times like these. Behind each one is a world of complexity. They need a data center with office space, power, cooling, bandwidth, networks, servers, and storage. A complicated software stack, and a team of experts to install, configure, and run them. You need development, testing, staging, production, and failover environments. When there's a problem, good luck. You call technical support, and they don't know, so they blame someone else. Oh, and when new versions come out, you would upgrade it, but that might bring the whole system down. Now, this is for one app. When you multiply these headaches across dozens or hundreds of apps, it's easy to see why the biggest companies with the best IT departments aren't getting the apps they need. Small businesses don't have a chance. Cloud computing is a better way to run your business. Instead of running your apps yourself, they run on a shared data center. You just plug in, like a utility. This makes it fast to get started and it costs less. It's like Gmail compared to Microsoft Exchange. With Gmail, do you need servers and storage? No. Do you need a technical team to keep it up and running? No. Do you have to do upgrades? No. When you use any app that runs in the cloud, you just log in, customize it, and start using it. That's the power of cloud computing. This model is so much better, it's changing the way we think about software. Not just for consumer apps, it's also being used for business apps. We call this enterprise cloud computing. Businesses are running all kinds of apps in the cloud these days, including custom-built apps. Why? Because you can be up and running in a few days, which is unheard of with traditional business software. They cost less because you don't need to pay for all the people, products, and facilities to run them. And it turns out they're more scalable, more secure, and are more reliable than the vast majority of apps out there. Here's why. They're based on an architecture called multi-tenancy. With a multi-tenant app, there isn't a copy of the app for each business that's using it. It's one app that everyone shares. But it's flexible enough for everyone to customize for their specific needs. It's like a giant office building where everyone shares the infrastructure and services, like security, yet each business can customize their own office space. This means apps are elastic. They can scale up to tens of thousands of users or down to only a few. Upgrades are taken care of for you, so your apps get security and performance enhancements and new features automatically. Now, the way you pay for cloud apps is also different. Forget about buying servers and software. When your apps run in the cloud, you don't buy anything at all. It's all rolled up into a predictable monthly subscription, so you only pay for what you use. Finally, cloud apps don't eat up your valuable IT resources, so your CFO will love it, and you can focus on projects that really impact the business, like deploying more apps. Cloud computing is a simple idea, but it can have a huge impact on your bottom line. For more information, you can go to salesforce.com/cloudcomputing.
So anyway, the idea is that you don't need to worry about IP anymore. You don't need IT, and anybody kind of running into bugs or upgrades or anything, you can do everything from them, and they can take care of it. And really, you can actually do your project. And we actually started doing a 3D animation right away. I'm just going to show you my last trailer, a little bit of what we're doing right now. I'm doing a full feature 3D animation using this platform, and I'm proving to investors that you don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to spend 30 million, or I don't know how much it costs now to do a Pixar film, right? You can really do it high quality, and this is just a test
to spark my imagination.
to show that we can do different environments, we can do different landscapes.
Like a knight. Ready, not, right on.
A night? If you don't do your work, it will be more like night shift, digging some roadside construction ditch.
Never. That won't happen to me.
The integration of 2D and 3D, so mixing different genres into, like, you can do smoke, you can do particles, anything that you think of.
Neptune.
Do you start with an artist or are the apps do the art too?
Why don't you conjure something?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you start with an artist who draws this, or do the apps kind of create?
Very good. Actually, this is a good time for questions while we go, because I know we're running out of time. Actually, what we start with is a basic storyboard. So we come up with the concept, the idea, we draw the story, so we sit down with the client, and we realize what they want to do. Sometimes the client knows what they want. Other times they don't know what it takes to bring it visually. So we draw storyboards, we agree upon the storyboards, and storyboards are not that labor intensive or expensive. So once we agree on the basic boards, we go into and we start creating the models, and we before we animate them, we get the actors kind of act out. This was done amateurly, but once we have stars, and we already have we've talked to people and stars about this, Tony Shalhoub and Dave Chappelle, and we're talking to a lot of really high people, and they're really interested. But the idea is that with those things, with showing all these visuals, you're able to kind of do the 3D work without taking it forever.
So the average person is not doing it, but they're basically going to somebody like you to create that.
You can. I mean, yes, but yes, if you need 3D work or you need to do it yourself, you can. It's just about learning the software and doing it. It's
I mean,
really
if you're
easy
basically a
to do.
writer, is this something you can learn, or is this?
Yes, there's tons of tutorials. I mean, I get students that I have a student, she has like 3, master degrees. She's done physics and math and all that, but she really loves animation. She really loves telling films and doing films. So I'm teaching her how to use Cinema 4D and Maya. It's very easy now. Before you need to know programming, and I'm like, I never liked programming or coding or none of the stuff. Now everything is like out. It's just like click on a sphere, put some eyes. It's very easy and very, you don't need a lot of programming or a science degree to kind of get that. Everything is very visual for arts, and you can actually come up with something really awesome and commercials and stuff like that. And it's a huge market. I get students that work for law firms reenacting accidents. I get other who work for the hospital reenacting an operation before it takes place. So there's a huge. So 3D is not just film. It's like everything. It's commercials. It's PowerPoint presentations. I got inventors who want prototypes and stuff like that. They want me to do the 3D prototypes, and it could be anything at all. And it's really amazing. Topography, animation, yes.
What do you do when the internet goes down?
Oh, you mean for the cloud computing?
Cloud computing. I always wondered, I gotta have an internet connection?
No. What happens is that you install the software, except it's looking for a license that they provide. So even if the connection is gone, even if that you already have it, for 360 days or whatever, a year, and then until the connection comes back, they give you a license.
So what's the difference in that?
The difference is I don't have
to get a payment every month instead of me just buying the software?
Yes, because if you want to buy it per seat, it could be $1,000, $3,000 per seat. So they're going to sell you per seat the software, alias now it's Autodesk, right? Yeah, you're going to have to buy a seat. But if you only need it for 3 months, I only need to hire animators from March to December, because that's where I'm going to be animating. So I know that all my royalties are paid, and because I paid for it from that time, I don't have to pay for it as a license, a full-on license that I'm going to have for it.
I see. So they're basically fractionalizing it, like everything's getting fractionalized.
Exactly, and affordable, much more affordable, much more affordable, and I don't have to worry about hiring